The conveyor belt is the same. The beeps are the same. Even most of the food is the same.
$17.24, sir.
But Ingold'S grocery store is different.
The Ingold'S family knows everybody.
They know your name, and they greet you by name, and they're happy to help you.
And my children know that, oh no, Mom's going into the grocery store. Will she ever come out? Because I talk to everybody, and the employees talk with everybody because we enjoy life. We're in a small town, and so we know everybody.
Almost all the people come in here, so a lot of our friends and neighbors, and we have good conversation with them and have a good time.
Do you want a bag?
No, I brought one.
3 generations of customers and 3 generations of Ingold'S have made the grocery store last.
What's tough in a small town, you got a lot of competition. We got Walmart 8 miles away. We have a Dollar General open up in town pretty quick. A lot of people from Fisher work in Champaign around Tool, so it's very tough.
But they still come here.
It's usually mid-afternoon is slow. You're busy early, you're busy when school, and people get off work.
There's even a little rush hour in the evening.
The secret seems to be convenience, but you can't rule out the personal touch of the Ingold'S themselves.
This is Jess Heiser, who was an owner with my grandfather, who's back here, Harv Ingold. I remember my great uncle, he was usually up front. My grandfather was always in the meat department. He never worked the front end, to my knowledge. Always, if he wasn't cutting meat, he was sitting back there on the counter, sometimes chewing on a cigar. He didn't smoke, but we would chew on it. And I remember my grandmother on Saturdays standing there at the butcher block table then helping Grandpa cut meat. She would just come up on Saturday mornings usually. My dad, who had always worked here, his name was Dale Ingold, went into business with my brother Steve.
Yes, we first started out in that part over there, and in 1962 they expanded to that whole part there, and then about, 20 years ago we expanded. This used to be a hardware store, so we expanded over here, so it's about 20 years ago. So we got about 8,000 square feet now.
Since then we've all 4 been up here all the time.
For the most part, this is where I spend most of my time.
You have to be able to work together.
You make us cry.
Thank you very much. I enjoy it because of the people. You know, I mean, it's nice to see the same people. We have a lot of loyal customers, and a lot of days it's really not like coming to work. It's just like a small community. Everybody's all part of a big family, and you get to know them very well.
It's one of those gems that I've lived many places, and in a small town, this is something that is worth preserving and supporting because it's such a great asset.
I've seen other towns, small towns that have experienced, whether school loss or business loss, and then they consequently end up losing their grocery store in the town. I think it's part of what keeps the town going, having a food source in town that people can go to.
Fisher would greatly miss the grocery store because it is an integral part of our town.
Well, hopefully Fisher's still growing, and hopefully we can keep on growing with it.
Sure, you can get the same beeps at Walmart, but here when the receipt says thank you, you believe it.
All right, thanks. Have a good day. You too.